The worst thing about working in an office, after having been an artist, it's not the uniform or even the reheated coffee. No, it's that some people still remember who I am. Daisy from accounting? Every time she sees me, she smiles at me as if she were visiting a cage at the zoo. Are you still painting? As if she caught me escaping from a museum. I smile at her, of course. I always smile. And then I fantasize about the pen on her desk, dripping red ink all over her perfect financial statements. The amazing thing is, when they open their mouths and say, I always wanted to paint, but I didn't have the time. Well, my dear, I always wanted a steady income, but I ran out of time painting. It's a macabre exchange, isn't it? Yes, I am in the middle of the office, surrounded by beings who believe they are alive. Myself, the former artist, the one who once got stained with oil paint and now gets stained with printer toner. Come in and see, the show is about to begin. My boss. That man thinks leading a meeting is a masterpiece. The funny thing is, he doesn't even know how to use PowerPoint without getting into a mess. That man has the ability to turn any idea into sawdust. Pure poetry. Poetry written by a boss with insomnia. I nod, of course, but inside I'm calculating how many strokes it would take to erase him from my life. Then there's Cheesy Daisy, a spectacle in herself, the embodiment of bubblegum pink. She comes every Monday with motivational quotes she pulls from Pinterest. Today, she comes and says to me, "Good morning, team. Life is beautiful." And I was thinking, life is beautiful, yes, unless you spend it designing pivot tables. Poor thing. Sometimes she looks at me with compassion, as if I were a failed experiment. What she doesn't know is that I'm not the experimenter. She's the lab rat. I could write a treatise on the decadence of Pastel Peak, but I just smile because we have to let the girl speak. And here's the best thing in the office, the Iberian macho man, the salesman. Himself he's a masterpiece of bad taste. Shirt 3 sizes too small, perfume that smells all the way from Belgium, a smile straight out of a cheap catalog. He thinks winning over clients is an art. It is, yes, but he practices it like a butcher, honestly. Yesterday, he came to me and said, "You paint. You should do my portrait." To which I replied, "Sure, but in charcoal, and then I'll burn the paper." Luckily, he didn't understand the metaphor. I watch him strut through the halls and think, wow, look, there goes the featherless peacock. Because we artists have that gift. We know how to observe without needing to speak. And believe me, watching this Marlon Brando move around the office is like watching a peacock trapped in a china shop. In this human zoo called the office, there should be an admission charge. I'd pay just to see myself. Big Brother falls short. The fascinating thing is that everyone thinks I'm the odd one out. How cute. Those who come in, clock in, sit down with their email rituals, their administrative orgasms, their hallway gossip. I just want to get covered in paint. Inhale that strong, brutal smell and get high on art. Every day I spend here in front of this screen is a crime against my own talent. My mantra is one day I'll return to the studio, close the door, and lose myself in the light of my colors. But every day that doesn't happen, I sink a little deeper into this gray. Imagine this moment. The boss, with his tie from the last century, interrupts the meeting and says, "I just read in the Monde that our colleague is a famous artist, Universal." Deadly silence. And I, feigning humility, while inside I think, what now, accountants? Who's laughing now? I can see Daisy from accounting will approach me with her salad bowl and say, I always knew you had a gift. I imagine their faces, that mix of envy and fascination, as if they'd shared a desk with Goya himself and hadn't noticed. Although, of course, the fun part would be seeing who's the first to suck up to me. My boss offering corporate cultural support. Daisy saying she'd always known. Marlon Brando asking me to paint him naked. Now that would be an installation. Hanging him from the ceiling with his fluorescent tie as his only garment. And that would be a performance art. I mean, yes, some people know everything about me, that I've exhibited, that I've sold, etc., and they look at me like someone looking at a dead star. The worst part is, maybe they're right. Although, you know what? I'd rather be the ex-office artist, the one who never quite made it, than become Daisy the accountant. For now, I just watch. And if I do decide to paint again, what do you think I'll paint first? No, you're wrong. The first thing will be to paint this office, but with blood. In ballpoint, of course. Or, no,